Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy XO Sebastian, and you are watching the Deadpixels podcast. Enjoy.
All right, welcome to the Deadpixels podcast. Today I'm here joined by Ignacio, and we have a very special guest with us today. We got Chris Lee, aka ClegFX.
It's good, man. How you guys doing, man? Thanks for having me. I appreciate this.
Man, feeling great.
I
Thanks for
appreciate
coming.
you coming.
Yeah,
Appreciate you
appreciate
coming,
you
man.
coming.
No worries, man. No worries.
Man, I sent you the message back in like February when we recorded the first episode, and then like we hadn't really recorded anything else yet.
I do remember that actually. I remember that.
Man,
Oh,
thanks for being here. So like, how's everything over there in the U.S.?
Aren't you guys in the U.S. too?
No, we're in Puerto Rico.
Okay, what? Puerto
You guys
Rico.
are in Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
the island.
You guys have like perfect American accents. Like, oh, I thought you were U.S. man. That's crazy. Everything's cool. Yeah, everything is really cool here. I'm kind of upset though because I'm like I came back from London about I think end of February, and that's when the coronavirus thing started hitting.
Yeah, I was
All
gonna ask you about that.
companies, they were going into lockdown and everything. And things were getting very, very serious. We just started up our company over there, and we had all our employees, everything. And also, those back in London. Is it better now?
Yeah, now it's better.
Okay, yeah. So anyways, yeah, man. So like, I was in London for a bit. The Corona thing hit, and it was sad because like we just started our new startup, for the sneakers, and I was supposed to stay there for longer, and then I had to go back. And Trump announced this whole travel ban, and it was just like crazy. But then when I came back to the States, I thought that everything would be super strict. But when I landed, like no one was taking it serious, which is like odd because I feel like Americans are taking this whole Corona thing as a joke. It's actually like
Yeah.
it's serious. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like I'm one of those dudes that like I'm taking this Corona thing seriously, like making sure like I'm protected, my family's protected, everything is good. You know what I mean? So like seeing all these Americans, like all these like conspiracy theorists and all that kind of like saying it's caused by this, the government made it, blah 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 blah, 5G tower this, like it's pissed me off, and it's causing all these other guys to like not take social distancing seriously. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you notice, there's an upward trend again a little bit after they start opening up the states, because like all the states are starting to reopen slowly. I think that's a bad idea, and
what
it's,
am I?
it's already happening. Like,
Well,
in my own state, I already saw an upward trend. Like we were plateauing, but until they reopened, there's a little upward trend again. Yeah, it's
What-
it's nuts. Yeah.
One of my friends lives in Florida, and he was like, "Yeah, like he's been like kind of going out, but it's only like certain places." And he's like, "Yeah, they reopened the beaches and everything, and they're saying like, oh, you need to stay like 6 feet away from each other. You can't be like sitting down in the sand or whatever. You gotta be like either in the water or like just moving." But nobody's taking it seriously, so they closed the beaches, and then now they reopened them again, like if it was gonna do any difference.
I hate that whole 6 feet thing because like, okay, 6 feet works if it's not a mass group of people, right? What's the difference if it's like 6 feet apart from each other? You're all at the beach. There's 1,000 people, and they're all breathing in the air.
Yeah.
Okay? It's not gonna help. You know what I mean?
exactly. No amount of 6 feet will.
Yeah,
6 feet will be.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing is just to close it until we really plateau and there's a huge decline, and testing is readily available. There's a lot of countries that already did this and it works. Like New Zealand is good. Like what happened was when the whole Corona thing happened, even though they had a very few low amount of cases, they took a serious quarantine. They're like well off right now. I'm not sure if you guys seen the numbers, but it's crazy. They're doing it proper in New Zealand.
Really?
I don't know how it is over there in Puerto Rico. Is it good or?
It's complicated because we've been having beef with the government, and we found out recently that they've been lying about the numbers.
Oh, for real? Oh man.
Like
That's
always.
tough. Okay, look, because here's like one of the biggest problems we got. Like, for example, of course, we do have quarantine. We're like in 3 months in, something like that, around there.
Okay.
And like, what happens mostly is that the government, they're all like, okay, so we're trying to find the test right now. And what happened was that they, like, the governor paid the test, but the tests were wrong. Like, it was
No,
confusing.
she paid a company $40 million to get like 1 million tests. When it all came to light, the company didn't even specialize in like medicine. They were a construction company, and from the company that they were supposedly buying them from, they never contacted them.
Oh man, that's wild.
And it's getting better. Like now we're in like the first stage of reopening. Fully. Yeah.
Yeah, that's I think no one should reopen. To be honest.
Same here. Cause like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's going to happen is that once it reopens, virus is going to be out and about again, and then we're going to see a huge surge, especially when winter comes.
yeah.
Um, yeah, because we still don't know too much about this virus. You know what I'm saying? So like, what if it stays dormant in your body for a long time? Like we don't know. You know what I
No,
mean? Like, if people can be walking around with this virus, it's incubating, but they're not feeling the symptoms, and they're just spreading it around.
yeah, and
Happen for like a crazy wave. No.
the crazy thing about you mentioning that is that there's this YouTuber, I think he's like a Madden YouTuber called TD Percents. He came out today saying that he has coronavirus, and he's been having symptoms, but like he hadn't been properly diagnosed since December
Oh man.
because they didn't know the
Oh,
full symptoms. So he would go to the hospital, they would test him for coronavirus. Since those certain symptoms that he was experiencing were discovered later on, they just told him, no, you don't have coronavirus, you have something else. So he just kept going, being sick for like he's been sick, he said, for like 4 or 5 months already. And he just came out that this week he went to go get the test done again, and he came out positive.
yeah. I see. I might have to get tested because I'll tell you what happened too. I was telling like my friend's family and my partners this. So my brother and I and a couple of our buddies and my partners flew in from the UK. We all attended CES. I'm not sure if you guys know what that is, but
Yeah,
CES
yeah,
is like one of the biggest it actually is the biggest electronics what is it, conventions in
yeah,
the world, right? Everybody from around the world attends. So that started in the first or second week of June, I believe. And what's crazy is like um right when we started driving back, like when CS is over, everybody in the car got ill, super ill, super ill. And you have to understand, in at CES, or at CES you have the whole world there.
yeah,
There's I think there's 200,000 people from around the world, especially like all like a bunch of companies from China. They're there, from Japan, like everybody. You know what I mean? And then
yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
got super sick. I usually don't get sick. It felt like a flu to me. And then
mm,
we didn't. Corona had got announced back in November or December. I can't remember, but the previous year, last year,
yeah,
and I didn't put the
Mhm.
two and two together until recently. And did you know they announced that actually the first case of coronavirus in the U.S. was I think the first week of February, so it made sense. I actually think I got corona early, like super early.
damn.
Oh,
the
shit.
the first case of corona, I'm pretty sure it was the first case of corona, was an Italian woman came to Puerto Rico on a cruise ship, and she was already experiencing symptoms while being in the cruise ship. So when they get her in here, they put her into isolation, then they get some tests, and then she comes out positive. And from there, everything went bad.
Oh man, yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Hey, I like live with it. I mean, we're already like 3 months in, so it be like that, man.
And
Hoping it gets better.
Yup, it will. Yeah,
let's
but I don't think anytime soon. I think it's gonna last for another like year. To be
yeah,
honest.
Around
it
there.
it hurts to see like all the local shops and everything just like shut down because they can't get clients, and they can't even open
Yeah.
up.
Um, it's what's crazy is like there's always something that happens in the world that creates a new technological revolution,
Yeah.
or adoption, right? One good thing from this is because I'm a futurist, like I always believe in the future and like new technology and everything. This
Mhm.
made people realize how valuable virtual reality and online remote working is
Yeah.
the mainstream masses. So this is going to help a bunch of companies develop more VR solutions, right? Because we're seeing already, like I have a feeling like 40 years from now, majority of people are just going to be in virtual reality. You know what I mean? So like that way, viruses don't even do anything to us anymore because we're just strapped online in another world, another universe. Even at that point, people are realizing how important like medical technological advancements are. So I think a huge thing for humans or humanity is going to be cybernetics. So bionics. So a lot of our body parts are going to be replaced by robotic parts, and things like that can prevent us from getting viruses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's starting
Is-
to realize that now. Like, did you see that video where people were graduating in China or something? It was like China or Korea, I can't remember, or Japan. I think it might have been Japan. They were there via as a robot with an
Yeah,
iPad.
I saw the pictures of that, and
Yeah.
at first, as always, I'm like, "Yo, this has got to be fake," but
Oh, it's real. At
it's
100%
real.
real. Yeah. At 100% real. I thought that too for a second, but no, it's crazy. Like it's accepted. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't too weird. Like because we're so used to robots and autonomy. Like when we see stuff like that, it's okay. So that's why after this whole incident, I'm like, dude, I think the coronavirus kind of the uh
The whole
sped up
process.
the whole world with
technological
AI,
development,
robots, etc.
Cause
technological development like went up.
since like it's like because you can't go out anymore, you have to buy everything online, or if you are gonna buy something, you gotta wait long lines, or you gotta order it first online and then go pick it up. And
Yeah, yeah.
especially like I was talking about like small shops, like family owned shops and everything, like shutting down because they can't get clientele. Today I read that the website Farfetch is actually
Clothing site. Yeah, yeah.
they're working with like all these like boutiques or whatever to help them like get sales and everything, because like they can just like list them up on the website, people can buy from there, and then they just have to ship it.
Yeah, that's really cool. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, like I forgot who filed bankruptcy. I think it was Neiman Marcus. Did you hear about that?
No, I
Yeah,
did
Neiman
not.
Marcus is. I'm not sure they have it in Puerto Rico, but Neiman Marcus is like one of the high-end department stores in the U.S. where they sell luxury goods. So it's kind of like Barney's New York. You know how Barney's New York was in trouble too? They were shutting down a bunch of their stores.
Oh yeah.
It's not. Yeah, it's happening to Neiman Marcus now. So Neiman Marcus is like another Barney's New York.
Here what we had for a while, because most of our malls are like they don't really sell too much at the high end, and even in San Juan you cannot find many high end stores like.
You ain't gonna see like a Louis Vuitton store around there. You feel me?
And
Like
we have like one mall called the Mall of San Juan, where it's just everything's high end, and we had like the only two stores like that that would sell like designer and everything were like Nordstrom and Saks Fifth Avenue, and I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nordstrom closed 15 of their shops because of coronavirus. You know that?
Damn,
Permanently. Yeah, I saw it on the news. Crazy.
I remember Saks Fifth Avenue. They closed their store here in Puerto Rico because of when we had the hurricane. I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago. Um, their whole store
17, yeah.
apparently, I'm pretty sure it flooded or something, and they just decided to close it completely. And Nordstrom took like 2 years to open, so I'm pretty sure that after this whole thing passes, that's also gonna close down.
Yeah, yeah. That's crazy, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, but since we're speaking of high end, we need to talk about your company, RTFKT Studios.
Artifact. That actually sounds. Yeah, it's actually pronounced artifact.
Artifact?
Armor? Bro, I did
Artifact.
not.
I did not catch on to that at all.
Yeah, not a lot of people do. Yup. you kind of want them to figure it out. Yeah, so there's a meaning behind RTFKT too. It's an abbreviation or acronym, or is that how you say it? I'm using the wrong word, am I? Yeah, when you have separate letters. Well, I feel stupid. Anyways, you
No,
get
I
what
think
I
it's
mean.
acronym. I think it's acronym.
It's acronym.
Acronym. It's an acronym for something, but we don't want to release that. We want people to slowly figure it out.
Hmm.
'Cause, our company is more than just physical. It's we're digital first.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't discuss too much about what we're doing until we launch, because we're launching our first official drop this month, actually on the 28th.
Yeah.
We did like a quick meme drop with this.
Congrats on the drop for the Green
Thanks,
Gang
man.
and Purple Gang, mate.
Yeah, happens. I saw one video on TikTok. It's like told my partners. I was like, bro, we gotta like get into this whole meme thing because the difference between Artifact and all the other luxury brands is the trouble I see with a lot of luxury brands. I feel like they're all ran by like an older generation of people,
Yeah.
and they don't get it. They don't get the new Gen Z market. I saw this from the beginning with my partners because we all came from because the Artifact is ran by three people. It's myself, Zaptio,
Yeah.
who's one of the biggest, like, he started in the shoe customizing scene in London. Like, he's done shoes for Juice World. He's done shoes for, like, Virgil Abloh. Like, he's done shoes for almost everybody, right?
God damn.
And then my homie, Benoit, he was head of branding for this esports team named Fnatic. So,
yeah,
Fnatic. Yeah. That's how I did. That's how I did a lot of collabs with Fnatic. So like I did a champion hoodie with Fnatic. I did like a mouse with Fnatic.
Yeah, you did the mouse that Anomaly covered in that one video.
So what happened was Benoit, he's been working at Fnatic for a while. He recently left and he started this company with me and Zaptio because I came from like my background, but we could get into it later. But I came from different avenues in the industry, but it all ties together, which is kind of funny. But I was doing the skin thing for a while, and I still am. So I was doing a bunch of skins for like Counter-Strike and Dota.
Yeah,
I decided, like, wow, what if I can skin sneakers? Because no one's really doing that. Like the term skinning a sneaker wasn't a thing. You know what I mean? So I started taking the skins I had in video games already, like my skins, Counter-Strike, and I started skinning like Air Jordan 1s, and then they started going viral in like the Counter-Strike gaming community, and that's how it all started blowing up. And then Benoit saw the traction it was getting, and then he brought me on to design some sneakers for Fnatic for the 2018 World Championship because their League of Legends team made it to the finals.
Yeah, I remember. I remember that sneaker. I remember that.
Yeah. So what it was is it just made sense because from the gaming scene. Before gaming, I worked in the hip hop industry for 17 years now as a music video director. So I came from that whole scene, and I started as a graphic designer in hip hop.
I was actually gonna ask you about that because I've seen you like a couple months ago out there shooting music videos and still doing this whole sneaker thing.
I'm stopping that for a while. I only did it as a favor because my homies got signed to Island recently.
Ooh.
Did it for me, and I was like, all right, let's do it.
Hey, shout him out.
Hey, shout out to Fraternity, man. Those are my guys. They're the first rappers from Utah to get a major label deal, but they got signed to Island. They even just dropped their new music video and single with Black Youngsta. I'm not sure if you guys heard of that dude, but
oh God,
they're killing it. Yeah, so I had that background in designing for hip hop for a while, like a long time ago. I was like a mixtape designer, so I designed like all the CD covers for all the rappers, and this is before Spotify and digital media. Before like rappers had to hustle CDs out of their trunk, so I was designing like a lot of those mixtape covers. But then fast forward, like through everything I've done, like the films, because after that I went to do movies and stuff, and then gaming eventually. And it's my brother that introduced me to the skin scene on Team Fortress 2. So my little brother started doing like skins for Dota 2. And then that's how I kind of got in. I got in through with my brother doing a bunch of Dota skins and then eventually CSGO. But then the thing is, I noticed something with all these gamers gamers were used to trading skins online, right? And that kind of reminded me of the sneaker market. Because the sneakerheads, right? They've been around for so long, and they always had a trading culture. It was a thing, like
Yeah.
for as long as I could remember. And I've been in this fashion scene for a while too. Like, we can go on for like hours with this podcast. I know we only have like 40 something minutes, but because
That's the minimum,
before
though. We
That's
can
the
go
minimum.
over.
Like we can keep going.
okay, cool. For let's see, before the gaming thing too, right? I did do streetwear for a while. I was like one of the first guys to start a streetwear brand before even streetwear was a term. Because before it was just called like urban clothing or
Before
skatewear.
swag.
Skateware.
Before
Yeah,
Called
and-
swag.
swag going.
This is like 2007. That's how long ago this was. I started my
Yeah.
first brand in 2007, and then I got it sold. I had one of the homies hooked me up and put my brand on this website at the time that was huge called karmaloop.com. You guys, I don't know how old you guys are.
Oh.
You might be too young to remember it, but this is how streetwear was sold back then. There
We're
were
too
a
young.
very there was only a few brands. So like one of the biggest brands before was like the Hundreds, and Supreme was still a
course.
small store in New York.
Of
The
course.
big brand was Supreme, or no, Supreme, the Hundreds, Crooks and Castles.
Diamond Supply?
Is it?
The Diamond Supply?
Diamond Supply is considered old, but I was even doing streetwear before Diamond Supply Co came out.
Damn.
This is like for that. Like this, I saw the whole early days of streetwear.
How long in the industry have you been in it? Like,
2000 2007 is when I started my brand, and then streetwear started to like really take off around around that time, 2007, 2006, 7. Because before that, like it was hip hop clothing. So skatewear, it was divided between two. There was hip hop clothing, and then there was just skatewear, and and the cultures were divided. It was very weird to see a rapper skate. Like I remember one of the first rappers that skated was like Lupe Fiasco. So he was kind of like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So, like, that was weird. That was odd to see a rapper skate because those two cultures didn't mix. And then Pharrell as well. Pharrell was like one of the first like rappers to really skate and push it in the mainstream. So anyway,
another
that-
OF. What's that?
yeah, Future Wolfgang, of course. Yeah, Future Wolfgang. They're newer though, so like they started coming out around 2009, 2010 too. So I've
Okay.
witnessed that whole shift. It's pretty crazy. Anyways, back to the gaming thing. So with that, I knew about streetwear limited availability, right? So when I got into the skin scene, I noticed this whole culture too, like with Counter-Strike and skin trading and how skins are rare, and it kind of like mesmerized me, and that's how I got into the skin thing. And then fast forward even years later, because I got into the skin scene in 2012. So this is a while ago
Yeah.
too. So I was at
When
the,
CSGO came out.
yeah, exactly. I was in the forefront of Dota 2 introducing skins and CSGO, and I was there for its early stages too. So you can kind of see how it's now slowly merging to become Artifact, right?
Did you
So-
ever think that like skins and CS:GO and trading and all that was actually going to become as big as it is today?
Oh yeah, I knew it when I first saw it. The thing is, the whole technological shift, everybody online on their mobile phones, everybody becoming a gamer, I knew it was going to happen. I just wanted to be one of the first to push it. Like I just knew it. Everything is about the new generation, right? Well, if I'm noticing all these kids play the video games and they're invested in collecting skins and trading it, and there's this whole skin economy, like that's the generation that I noticed is buying Supreme too. So like, why not merge kind of like the two cultures together? Do you see what I mean? And the first way to tap into it is to target sneakers, which everybody loves. Gamers love
Yeah.
sneakers. Hypebeasts love sneakers. Everybody loves sneakers.
Sneakers
And-
have been on the come up since like at least like their market since like I would say around 2015 2016 was when I first was like I want to actually buy sneakers because that's when I in quotation marks became kind of a sneakerhead.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sneakers.
Yeah, we're young sneakerheads.
Yeah,
out
it's
there.
crazy how big it has become. Like, I was a sneakerhead a long time ago during my streetwear days. Man, like at this time it was all about Bape, and it's weird how Bape is back again. But at the time when I was getting into it, Bape was like Nigo was our god, and he still is a god to everybody today, which is insane. Like I thought after he sold Bape off, you would never hear about Bape ever again. But I'm surprised like a lot of people are still rocking it. And but at the time, dude, it was like Pharrell and ice creams.
Yeah.
That's my era,
Mhm.
right? So when I was your guys' age, it was all about Nigo and Bape, Pharrell ice creams. Um, Diamond Supply Co. had not launched yet at all. It was Supreme. Supreme was old too, man. Supreme was around. Crooks and Castles, the hundreds. I'm not sure you guys remember the hundreds. Hundreds was a big deal. It was that bomb. So their logo was a little bomb,
Yeah, I
and
think like here, at least here in Puerto Rico, like that whole the whole fashion scene was not really the same, but I do remember seeing it online because um during even 2010, 2011, it was still pretty popular between
yeah, man. It's sad because that brand was so big. And you know what I think happened? And I saw this shift too. Like Crooks and Castles, Diamond Supply Co. They started to push their stuff into the mall, like Zoomies.
yeah.
So it wasn't that
Mhm.
limited anymore, and it kind of destroyed their brand. To be honest,
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, there's a store here in the U.S. called Zoomies.
yeah, we
It's
have
like a
it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we got that.
It's their product. Same with Diamond Supply Co. Right? Once all
Yeah.
those brands started putting their clothing into stores, I felt like it ruined the brand, and it didn't feel exclusive anymore. Um, and kids just didn't care. Like what they should have done was how Fear of God did it. So Fear of God has their own separate line. They put in Pakistan, right? Like
Hmm.
it's like a Pakistan Fear of God collabo. So it's like they know it's a cheaper version of Fear of God, so it can protect the actual Fear of God brand.
Yeah, because then you
It,
go to their website and it's like you see stuff for like $900, $1,000. So you still have that exclusive stuff, while you still have something to like feed the market.
yeah, yeah. So that's what Artifact is gonna be like too. So Artifact, of course, is digital first. We're launching our app. It's crazy. There's so much stuff I can't really get into, but just just know it
You're like
combines.
to,
Yeah, just
you're
know
like
it.
to like wrap it
Right?
up. Like okay, not wrap it up, but like if you were to say like three important things about it, like what would it be?
We're the first brand to really fuse gaming culture, skin culture, and fashion combined into one. That's all I have to say. Like doing it properly. That's, I, yeah, that's all I have to say. Not three things, just that one sentence.
Yeah.
Look, I always wanted to I wanted to ask you of course when I was talking with my boy here, he was telling me like, hey bro, like you gotta see these sneakers approximately they're gonna make like some Skull Trooper Fortnite sneakers coming out, and I was like, wait, what? So when I check you out and I just see all these different different types of of ideas that you put into these shoes, like I want to see like your thought process behind it. Like how do you go from yeah, this shoe I'm gonna go Green Gang with this one. Like let's do this one. Let's do memes. Just do a meme pack. Like I just want to know how that works. It.
Yeah, so I'll see it. I'll see an idea or something. It's kind of hard to explain, but it just starts to form in my head. You know what I mean? For example, the Skull Trooper. I like the design of the skin itself that Epic released, and I would choose my sneaker. So okay, yeah, that would look good on the Air Jordan ones. The first design I did, I actually did a test design for the bone ones before. I did it on it actually wasn't the Air Jordan, it was the off white Air Max 90s. Do you remember that?
Uh,
The
yeah, I
Oh,
remember. I remember
the
that one.
90s.
I
yeah,
remember
it was
that
the
one when
90s,
it came out.
and this is right before they even announced an all black one. I think it was it the triple black. I can't remember what it was. It was like an all black because that shoe came in white before, right? Like the off white with the subtle blue.
Yeah, I'm
And
pretty sure it was from the 10 collection.
yeah, so what I did is I took it and I made it black. And I added the bones on there and I posted it. This was like a year and a half, 2 years ago when I did this.
Yeah.
And what it was, I find a shape where I know I can wrap the design around because I always like to design for the shape of the object. That's how I was on. That's how it is on Counter Strike. So instead of just randomly slapping a graphic on a gun, which I see a lot of people do, I always felt like it's better to design around the contours, like that, like skinning it, right? So you ever seen those designs where people just take an Air Jordan for example, right? they'll just slap one whole color on there. Like then it ends up looking like a wallpaper covering a whole sneaker. Like
Yeah.
you ever seen those hydro dip shoes where you just
Hydro
stick
dips.
I don't like that method of designing.
Yeah, it's like when I see like a lot of like when I see like fashion pages and everything, they're like, oh, what if like Virgil released this shoe and it's like an off-white Air Jordan 1 and then they just went to Photoshop and just slapped another color on it.
Yeah. See, I always felt it's better to design for the contours or the shape of whatever you're designing on, like a sneaker, right? So, like, say the sneaker is the canvas, so it has a swoosh. I want to make sure there's a design that fits into the swoosh. Do you see what I'm saying? And then same with everything else. Toe, the heel tab, everything, the sole, midsole, upper, everything should have like the design should work around that. And that's the same principles I use with all of the skins I do for video games too, like Counter-Strike. Like it has to fit. Like even with the AK-47, like the design has to wrap around the clip, the magazine fluidly. You know what I mean? Like you know how the AK-47 magazine's like kind of like a curve.
Yeah.
So my design has to wrap around that perfectly. Like the design has to be a curve to match that. I feel like that's what makes my sneaker design stand apart when I design on sneakers. So that's when I'm coming up with ideas. Like, so if I see a Fortnite skin or I see a Counter-Strike skin that I want to apply to the sneaker, I'm thinking for that. I'm like, okay, what elements of this gun can I take or redesign for the sneaker to make sure it flows fluidly, so it doesn't look like it's just slapped on.
I'm gonna take you way back for a minute and just to remind you when you did the Jordan 1 point disarrays, which I'm pretty sure you released in some cases on it was like online gambling, but it was like opening cases. I don't know if you remember back in 2018.
No. You mean the sneaker, the Air Jordan 1? I know
Yeah.
we never released that on a case, I don't think.
Then was it the Vans that you did?
Oh yeah, the Vans. Sorry, not the Air. Yeah, we never released the Air Jordans, and it was a case, the Vigo case. What we did is we released the Primal Sabers. That's what it was, the Air Jordan 1 Primal Saber.
Yeah, that's the one, because I remember that was back in 2018, and
Yep.
I remember when you put that out, and I was like, damn, like I really want to open these cases, but I know that these websites be asking for ID and everything, and at the time I was underage, and I was like, damn.
Yeah, man. And that was a cool shoe. Like the thing is, I wish you guys can hold an artifact sneaker in your hands now. You'll see the big difference. So for example, those Primal Sabers, I had to paint those by hand. So it was like a custom where I bought an Air Jordan. I sourced an Air Jordan from like StockX or something, and I painted it by hand. Thing is, a shoe brand where we paint stuff. So that's why it took so long. If you notice, right after that, right, I stopped producing real sneakers. I took a year with my partners to create Artifact, and we had to do a lot of like research and development on how to recreate my designs, because the problem is my designs are very complicated and you just can't paint them. You can't hire a customizer to make it, or else it will not look exactly like my renders. Because if you know, like all my sneaker designs are digital, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I'll do a 3D render. We had to figure out how do we recreate this to one. And we found out it was very complicated, but we spent a whole year with customizers, and then we decided, no, that's not the proper way to do it. We really have to combine technological advancements with combination of how actual shoe cobblers make sneakers back then, like cutting leathers from scratch. So basically now our sneakers are like an advanced mix of technology and reconstructions.
It's like if you're making them from scratch.
We are making them from scratch now. So it's like an advanced recon, and we're calling it hypercrafted sneakers. You're going to start to see that term a lot. Basically, a sneaker made from Artifact is hypercrafted, because hypercrafted sneakers is basically combining new technologies with old technologies to create the physical shoe.
Because the first shoe that you guys have, in quotation marks, released was the Tom Nook Air Force Ones that you guys released while you were in London that you gave away.
Oh yeah. Those were cool. We're actually planning on releasing those, dude.
Yeah, I saw it on the website. And second one that you guys put out like to the public to see that you guys actually made them in real life for the Minecraft inspired Air Jordan.
Yep. That was our first test, actually. One of the first tests. So we were like, okay, let's pick a shoe that's hard to make, but had some popularity. So we picked the Minecraft one because there was a lot of attention on the Minecraft one on Instagram.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, how do we recreate this from scratch to make it look like it's a render? And one of our guys, Wiz, he's the head of like production at our company.
Yeah.
He killed it, man. The dude figured it out. But if you held those shoes in your hand, I can't tell you how we do this, right? But this is crazy. If you feel the shoe, you know the pixels, they stick out like 3D.
No, like when I saw the picture initially, when you guys put out the pictures of them on foot, I was like, oh cool, another render. And then I kept looking at the picture and I'm like, wait, this is real.
It's real. Yep. It's pretty
Oh,
crazy, yeah.
God.
Oh, yeah, it's real. We even rubber casted the swoosh, the Minecraft style swoosh. It's
Yeah.
sewed in there. Yeah.
And one of the little details which I really liked on the shoe was in the inner tongue, it has of course MC issue 1 Vicstar 123 made during the Corona pandemic.
Yep. Yeah. I love little details like that, man. Hiding little Easter eggs. I love stuff like that.
And just seeing the tongues that they say, like instead of like, for example, saying like Jordan or Nike or whatever, it has the Artifact logo.
Yep. It's all inspiration on how Bait released their shoes. They have the Air Force One
Yeah, the
base.
Bethesda.
Yep. One cool thing is, I think I'm allowed to talk about this, is all our shoes have AR capabilities too. So when you grab them and you hold your phone out and you use our filter on Instagram, you're going to see the shoe come to life.
That's
What?
insane.
That ties into our whole vision of making a true futuristic luxury brand. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like
The crazy thing is that like I look back and like I started following you because I can't remember his name right now. The guy that made the Hyper Beast skin for CS:GO.
Brock Hoffer, yeah, he's the homie. It was actually because of Brock Hoffer how I met my partners, the Fanatic guy.
Yeah. Well,
Thanks. Yeah.
I followed Brock Hoffer on Instagram because I don't know, I was like looking at some CS:GO pages and suddenly somebody tagged him and I was like, oh, that's the guy that made the Hyper Beast. And I don't remember what it was, but I think you worked on something with him. Probably.
Yeah, it was. We did a few projects. We did a gun together first.
Yeah, I think it was because of I'm pretty sure it was because of that. I saw your tag on it and I checked your page and then I realized that you made some CS:GO skins, some really popular ones.
Yeah.
So I followed you and then like you started. Oh, what the hell? Hold up. Then you started making the shoe designs and concepts and everything, and I was like, yo, this is dope.
Thanks, man. Yep. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look,
Oh, I gotta tell
okay.
Brock that too. Hey, because like I met Kat because of you, dude.
God, well, I literally followed you because my boy Cat just kept saying like, dude, look at these shoes and stuff. But I remember one particular thing, which look, I got a question about it, but I'll do that later. But as of right now, like I remember Elon Musk came in with like these type of shoes. I was like, yo, what the heck are these? And then when I go over and see these. They're like, wait a minute, this is like a normal shoe. That looks like fake, but it's like a real shoe. Like it lights up. It looks like a fucking Tesla car. Like, I wanted to know like who made that. And then I saw you, and I was like, dude's sick. And then I keep seeing all these meme drops and all these other stuff that was coming around, and Kat just kept informing me about you. And I was like, you know what, this guy is like I think I'm not gonna lie, this guy is like my favorite like shoe artist out here. Like he's out here making fire shit for a lot of people.
Yeah, man. It's appreciate it, man. But yeah, that's just trying to be different. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like,
Like you're not only a shoe artist, you are.
yeah, that's. I feel like, okay, so you have all these past shoe designers, right? Like Tinker Hatfield from Nike.
Of course.
I feel like every shoe designer, they're gonna have to up their game and utilize technology. So like, okay, Tinker back then, he did everything by hand, illustrating with his hands, right? Like sketches. Then fast forward, you got Virgil Abloh. So I see myself similar to through both the same paths, right? But I feel like I'm the newer version of Virgil that caters to Gen Z. So what's funny because I was reading like his bio and I saw his interviews and everything, but he started, he started out as like a CD cover designer, right?
Yeah.
And he did music. Yeah, so I was like, man, this is crazy. And we both came up from the same era. I actually, no one knows this, but when I was doing a lot of CD covers and stuff, I got hit up by John Monopoly a long ass time ago, and no one knows that John Monopoly is Kanye's partner. No one knows this though. He's the creator of Good Music with Kanye. So he hit me up because
Yeah.
long ass time ago, you guys are probably too young to remember this, but there was a site called MySpace.com.
Yeah, we know about that. but
We
just
know
about
about
the
it. We know about this.
So, I was the one designing everybody's MySpace, like every major rapper, like you name it. Like I worked with Nas, I worked with all the rappers, like Rick Ross and all that. So John Monopoly I got intro to John Monopoly by another rapper that used to be in Dipset. His name is Shice Bubs from New York. So he ran this whole thing called Purple
I knew
City.
that.
Dipset, right? He's like, yo, I know John Monopoly. I was like, who the hell is John Monopoly? Kanye. I was like, okay. And then the thing is, it's hard to research this guy because you got to remember, like in 2006, 7, and 8, the internet was still kind of new. Like the whole new media, MySpace, social media was new, right? So it's so hard to find a person. But he told me he's Kanye's boy, and I got a text from John Monopoly, and he's just hit me up. I didn't get a chance to do anything. I thought we were gonna do something for Kanye. I had no idea what it was, right? We just kind of talked to each other, and that was it. But then fast forward till now, like a few years ago when I was watching interviews with Virgil, and then I found out like that's how he got discovered by Kanye I think it was through John Monopoly.
Huh.
I was like, okay, you have Virgil, and Virgil went to he did an internship with Kanye at was it Louis Vuitton? I can't remember which
Yeah.
luxury.
Yeah, it was for Gucci. I remember.
Okay, yeah. See, so they were doing all digital mock-ups, right? I started seeing these parallels between me and Virgil, but the big difference is he's not targeting the gaming audience.
He's he's off he made Off-White, like he's vibing right now.
Yeah. So I feel like every generation is gonna have their own guy that targets the new generation. Because like Virgil is dope because he's like known for deconstructing and all that, right? He had that whole movement. I want to head the whole digital movement of combining game art with sneakers and fashion. Do you see what I mean? So there has to be a guy that can head that, and it opens doors for a new generation to do something, right? So that's why like Virgil inspired me. I'm like, wow, like I kind of went through his same footsteps, right? But now he's done it. He's at Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
No,
So
he's working at Gucci right now.
Yeah, my
he's
job.
working in Louis. He's working in Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, he's the head of menswear at Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, he's the lead designer. From what I can
He's
tell.
done it. So I saw the similarities with the whole hip hop thing, but now I'm taking it a step further, targeting Gen Z with gaming. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and what a better time to do it, because gaming has been like at an all-time high since Fortnite came out. Fortnite literally took the world by storm. It had a bigger impact than what like PUBG or like Call of Duty did back in the day. And now with like battle royale games like Warzone and everything like that, it's getting more people into gaming since it's so accessible.
I mean, we literally just got a Travis Scott concert from Fortnite of all places. Like a video game. We got a concert cover. I just imagine like that would be a really good market if you think of it. Like getting concerts like in a video game format, maybe like virtual reality.
I mean,
it's the format. It's the future. Like the VR, I really believe in the simulation theory. I'm not sure if you guys heard of it, right? Where
we're all in a simulation.
Yeah, exactly. And just think about it. Like their avatar is being controlled by someone, and then technology moves so fast, right? Mm-hmm. Already, VR has only been around since the late 80s, I believe. That wasn't too long ago. And if you guys tried VR, you know how crazy immersive it is. It really feels like you're in another world. This is going to be like another 30 years from now. It's going to be so real that you can't tell the difference between the real world and the virtual world. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And a good example is I even believe do you guys know about neural net? Elon Musk company. Imagine when that thing is so advanced already, where VR just happens with that platform, and we live through a life controlling an avatar that just feels so real in our head. Then that whoever's in that world, I feel like they're gonna grow conscious and think that's the reality, and then it's gonna continue because in nature, right? There's infinite both ways, or in our reality, like there's infinite into the universe. So like when you expand out, I was saying like I feel like I believe in that theory because like especially like the Fibonacci sequence too, it's in nature, right? And everything is math and it's coded. I feel like the universal language is math. Like if you go to another planet with aliens, one thing they can understand is mathematics, just how we understand mathematics. So that's why I feel like it's a code. Like everything is coded, bro. It's like how video games are coded. So like
everything. Look, everything is just Ready Player One. Okay, we got that.
Yeah. Everything's Ready Player One. So that's why it was gonna happen anyways. Concerts are gonna be in VR. That's just gonna be a thing. Like humans are meant to go to VR and immerse in other worlds. Like it's gonna happen.
Yeah, and the Travis Scott concert was just the beginning because Fortnite had another concert with I think it was Deadmau5 and Steve Aoki.
Yeah, the party thing they're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, they had that today, I think, and I was like,
I think that Travis is way better, dude. Travis, hands down. I couldn't stand it.
I mean, Travis literally like walking around in the arena, like stomping on people. Like that's insane.
Because the whole point of VR or like virtual concerts, right? You're supposed to experience something that you can't experience in the real world. Yeah. So the whole party royale thing that Vic did, I didn't like it because you're just re-simulating something that we are already used to. We can go to any rave or any concert. There'll just be a screen with a DJ on there.
Yeah.
That's why the Travis one was more successful. Travis one felt immersive because as humans, that's something we never experienced in the real world yet. Like we want to go to a concert and see a real giant hologram of Travis Scott running around California at a concert. Do you see what I mean? That's why I felt.
Yeah, and we go to space and all that.
Yeah, exactly. So I low key didn't like the thing they did with Deadmau5. I feel like they could have did something way better than that.
No dissing though.
Yeah.
No dissing, but like they really set up a really high standard with the Travis Scott concert because
they did.
Before that, they had the the Marshmello concert.
I remember that. Yeah.
Which was like I didn't go to it because at that time I was already burnt out from Fortnite, but it didn't seem like such a huge thing. And even with like the Deadmau5 concert, I don't see anybody talking about it on Twitter. I don't see it trending because they really didn't try to go and up themselves one more time after that Travis concert.
Yep. Oh man, it was amazing. The last time I remember someone talking about a concert so much was when they had Tupac projection hologram at Coachella. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep.
I mean,
that was like I remember when I heard about that. I was like, wait, what do you mean that they're putting a hologram on Tupac? And then I saw the video and I was like, wait, what? And I was just so confused. And
then Supreme released the Tupac hologram collection.
I don't remember that at all. They did?
Yeah, if you I think it's like winter season 19/20. There's a collection of like skateboards, t-shirts and all that it's just a hologram of Tupac.
How did I not know about this? That's
weird.
Crazy. No, it's just a picture of Tupac as a hologram on the shirt. That's all it is.
And then it just says like Supreme somewhere written on it.
Oh man, the stuff these guys get away with.
It's Supreme brick, and that sells for like $200.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And recently, I'm pretty sure it was after Pop Smoke passed. They did a concert where it was a hologram of Pop Smoke in this venue, but
that's crazy. Yeah,
I saw a video of it, and I'm like, people were talking about like, the energy in there is cool, but it's because it's just like one giant mosh pit of people just listening through those big speakers. You don't have like the same. It's not the same without the artist and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That could change, you know. I mean, as we saw with the Travis Scott concert,
Yeah,
like
that
people were
could
getting
change.
people were getting hyped. I mean, I was. I watched it live with my boy at 12, and
that was sick, man. That was so sick.
yeah,
Yeah, I enjoyed it so much. Yeah, that was sick.
yeah. Another question I got is okay, who do you think is like the biggest high profile? Well, I'm gonna say high profile, but you know, like high profile type of artist that asked you contacted you for sneak or for anything.
Oh, there's a bunch. Recently was
If you got one in particular, yeah, yeah. What's up?
yeah, Quavo hit me up for sneakers.
Yo.
Migos? Yeah, Quavo from
Wait,
Migos.
wait, you're cut. I think you're cutting off, bro. I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, Quavo from Migos hit me up. He DM'd me.
Damn. Like, can you go into detail or?
It's artifact related. But that's all I can say.
Uh,
So you saying there's a
that makes sense.
possibility we're getting the Quavo sneaker?
Oh no. It's not a collab. He hit me up for artifact sneaker.
Uh,
uh, the Quavo sneaker? That'd be interesting. Well, I don't know. Just putting ideas out there.
Yeah, but other than that, unless I answered your question wrong, are you talking about like a collab with a celebrity?
Well, I was asking like, no, what type of any type of artist that like hit you up for sneakers? But if you want to do like a collab with a celebrity, like, who would it be?
That's a hard question. There's a lot of guys I like, but
Hello.
could be. I'm thinking. Actually,
No,
Yeah.
it's fine.
thinking, dude.
Take your time, man. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
I don't know. Like to be honest, I don't know. Like I actually don't know.
Maybe we should like cut it down. Let's say like trap artists.
Oh, trap. Okay, this is random. He's underrated, but I would do a sneaker with Scarlord.
my boy.
I know Etienne happy as hell
My
right now.
boy.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
kind
I'm
of
telling
like a
you.
hipster in that scene. I like all the underrated dudes, and then I know not a lot of people listen to like heavy dark trap, but I love dark trap, like the kind of stuff they play on what's that YouTube channel? Trash. You ever heard of that? Like, there's a YouTube channel that plays like all Scarlord stuff. Yeah.
I just know Etienne gotta know. Oh wait, Etienne, now you know where to find your Scarlord stuff.
Man.
'Cause, I'm telling you, this guy, I love this guy. He just always, he always tries to like hit me up with Scarlord, and I have listened to a few of his songs. Like I'm not saying they trash, okay? Like he's always out there, like bro. Like I know it's jokes, but he always right. Bro, Scarlord is the greatest rapper of all time, man. Don't play it. Don't play it like that. You ain't even like, bro. Would you listen to that new album though? It go hard, bro. And I'm like, okay, man. Eventually, I'll listen to it.
Man, every time that I tell you listen to that new album, you damn well know I still haven't heard it most of the time.
That's true. Because like,
CS:GO music pack, right?
Yeah, bro, when that released,
So random.
I got like the newsletter or whatever from CS:GO, like when I logged in, and then I saw like, oh, King Scar, stat track pack, and I'm like, wait, so what you're telling me is I can play Scarlord every time I get an MVP?
It's crazy. Yeah.
oh god.
Yeah, man. Back to that question too. With the celebrities, we actually started shipping out a lot of the upcoming drop to a few celebrities. You're gonna see them talk about it. It's gonna be crazy. To prepare for the drop. Yeah, it's gonna be insane, dude.
And that's
Um,
gonna blow up on World Star and
Yeah.
all of that, more than it's blown up beforehand. Cause
World
Well-
Star knows about the sneakers too. I'll probably send some to those guys. They posted about my sneakers twice. World Star.
yeah,
Dang.
when you first did the video with Zaptio where you showed like the concept of the Iron Man sneakers, I remember I saw those first on the Artifact page, and I swear like a couple weeks later I saw it on World Star.
Oh, I forgot they posted that. Are you sure it was World Star? I remember the big site that posted was Complex. I know Complex posted that one.
Oh yeah, no, it was Complex, but the Elon Musk sneakers were posted on Complex, World Star, and all of that.
Everywhere.
Oh, really? I forgot. Yeah, Oh, man, that's crazy. I forgot about that then.
Yeah, bro. That's how. Look, thanks to those Elon Musk sneakers, that's how I was like, okay, who is this dude?
Because he was asking me, and I was like, you remember the Elon Musk sneakers, right? He's like, yeah, yeah, the ones that look like the truck. And I was like, yeah, that's the guy.
And I'm like, yo, this the guy? Like, we're getting this guy in the podcast, bro. What? Like,
It's funny because it was all digital, and I fooled the world with those.
Bro, you really
Oh,
did. Because, like, at least, like, I knew that, like, they were digital because, of course, I knew all that you guys were doing. But they looked so real in the picture.
Oh, that's my visual effects background. Thanks to that.
Yeah.
That's how I made it look so real. It wasn't people like it's Photoshop. I don't. It wasn't Photoshop. It's like how I created it is exactly how I. Before all this too, I did movies, right? So I do my own visual effects for my films,
Yeah.
my low budget movies. And to keep the budget low, like I did the visual effects, so I didn't have to hire another visual effects studio. So I used that skill set to do these fake sneaker compositions. That's why they look real, and it's so real looking that I fooled a really big YouTuber. You guys know, like what's his face, Unbox Therapy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. I remember he made a video on it and you posted it on
Yeah,
your
he
story.
thought they were real.
And I was like,
It's too funny. Thought it was real too. Yeah, it broke Reddit.
It broke the internet. It broke the
It broke the internet because everyone was like, "What the hell? Like, how do they make this? Look at the Nike swoosh!" Like, everybody was like wild out with that, including myself, because I remember first thing I when that happened, when that picture came out, I sent it to a 10 and I said, "What the fuck is he wearing?"
You are planning on dropping those?
Yeah, I saw it on the website and I was like, there's no way.
Changing the swoosh though to the artifact blade. That's what we call it. It's the artifact blade, right? And so that'll be like our legitimate, our own sneaker, like our own silhouette. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, and I wanted to ask this question. You still like I remember when Apex Legends dropped, you did a lot of like sneakers like skins for that game.
oh yeah, I love those guys, man. We are gonna drop the Octane inspired sneaker. That's gonna be really sick.
Yeah, the Air Maxes. Yeah, I was gonna ask you like, can we expect any drops from any of those? Because like you did a lot for all the characters, and those were insane.
Yeah, I'm actually currently working on the new the new legend Lobo. How do you say it? Lobo. I haven't played her yet though.
Lobo.
Oh,
The Lobo, yeah, I'm doing one right now actually. A digital post.
God damn.
Exclusive stuff right here in the podcast. Saying Lobo.
It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be super sick.
Man, I'm clipping this and putting it on Twitter as soon as we start editing.
We got like, hey, people got to know about this, man. Like, look, this man. Oh, wait, I imagine like you're like 24/7, like thinking about what type of design what you're gonna do with the company. Like, your mind is always running on what to do next.
Oh,
Oh, you're
Oh,
kind of.
yeah, you cut off like after your mind what to do next.
Yeah, I think that's what I said. Like, I just said like, oh, like you're always like your mind is like always like a machine. It just keeps going and going, thinking about ideas and what other stuff to do.
Yeah. My goal is to make a futuristic brand that I have to try to predict what's next. See what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's a very hard task because sometimes it takes away from my designing too. Like I wish I could just sit here and design, but it's crazy after starting to get into like the whole responsibility of running a business. It's been super hard. Like, oh man, it's so stressful, dude. Technology moves so fast, and I have to keep up to date as fast as I can. Like something new will come out. A lot of my partners too would just send ideas like, "Oh, Chris, this new thing is out. We have to make sneakers based on this. How do we utilize this technology into the sneaker?" Da 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 da. Like this happens on a constant basis. Even before this podcast, my partners are hitting me up like new sneaker ideas, new this, new that. How are we gonna do this to revolutionize the future, et cetera, et cetera. It's crazy, man. Fun though. It's crazy, and I hope that it all pays off in the end.
Yeah, I really see it paying off in the end. I really see myself like scrolling Instagram and suddenly seeing a Wish ad with fake versions of the shoes that y'all are making.
It's cool. People actually make fake versions of my shoes, though. Like I've seen a guy make the Cybertruck sneakers on YouTube. He did a whole YouTube video about it.
Oh yeah, I've seen like
What?
I've seen like people like, what do y'all think about the Cybertruck colorways and everything like that? Like all like these like really bad Instagram fashion pages that all they do is like oh, this is how much this fit costs. And you can just see that they just Photoshop like different colors and then they're like, oh, question mark, question mark, question mark on the price.
I've seen those, man. I know exactly which accounts you're talking about. I've seen those.
I
Oh,
see
God.
I
Look
see
at-
like those accounts is putting like, yo, look at Elon Musk's fit, but which colorway though?
Yeah.
My
Oh,
God.
you know what's crazy? I don't know if Elon's seen it. I bet you anything he has, right? But I know my partner showed me this, but it was before the cyber sneakers. You know the screen shoes that went viral.
Mhm.
It was on Dazed Magazine's Instagram. So you know, like Dazed Magazine, that fashion blog.
Yeah,
And we
what?
said that Grimes liked it. So Grimes seen sneakers. At least like one of my.
Prime is,
So
Prime is seeing your sneakers.
Grimes said she liked on the post and everything. I'm pretty sure, and I think I don't know if Days posted the Elon Musk one. I think they probably did, but if they did and Grimes saw it, I'm hoping, and she probably did, showed her boyfriend, showed her man.
Yeah, next thing you know, Elon Musk hits you up. It's like, hey man, when can we make this a reality?
That'll be sick. That'll be. You know what? I would love to collab with Elon on sneakers.
Right,
On
but-
everybody.
The Cybertruck, when it came out, it really took the internet by storm. Not only like the sneakers. Have you seen the video of the hacksmith that he made he made a smaller version of the Cybertruck that was actually drivable.
No, I haven't seen that yet. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Instead of
Yeah.
like it doesn't open doors, the roof, you open it and you hop in and then you close the roof and that's how you can get in.
Crazy. That's sick.
Right.
I gotta pre-order one, man. It's gonna be crazy when it comes out. I really love the design. A lot of people don't like the design, but I like the design, and I tell my partners this too. But I feel like Elon and his team hired a video game artist to design it, and I'm guessing this because
totally.
you know the logo for the Cybertruck.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think I've seen it.
Yeah, it looks like graffiti, right? If you look like, so there's a site called ArtStation. So this is coming from because I did, you know, since I designed skins, right? You're in a community of concept art artists that do like concept art for big video games.
Yeah.
But we all have this social media that we go into called ArtStation. And I'm a huge sci-fi fan, so I look at all the sci-fi concept art from all the guys that design for like Halo and all that. They always sign their art the same way. I noticed. It's kind of this weird graffiti look. The artist that paints the concept art for like say Transformers or something.
Yeah.
When I saw the Cybertruck, I'm like, bro, they had to have hired a game designer that has designed like work on a bunch of video games and sci-fi games to do the Cybertruck. That made me fall.
100%.
Yeah, like oh come on, that looks like a freaking warhog from Halo. Like don't
Yeah.
try to try to like say it's not from a video game.
Yeah, it's 100% for video game. I bet you anything. The guys that design it, it's video game inspired for sure.
You know what's
Absolutely.
one shoe, like one like idea that I'd like to see like Artifact take on? It's like a Destiny type shoe from like the different subclasses.
Oh yeah, that'd be sick. I get those requests a lot. Trust me, in the DMs. Oh man, can you do Destiny sneakers? Can you do Destiny sneakers?
Because I'm a big fan of Destiny, and
Yeah,
I've
so
been-
hard. I don't have any planned. Like I always plan these sneakers.
yeah,
I just don't have to them. I was supposed to do an Overwatch one a long time ago, and I just never got to it. Yeah. Too many sneakers, and games come out like they come out so fast. So like obviously Valorant is hype. It's popping. I didn't even have time to design. Like when Apex came out, I was dropping an Apex sneaker every few days for each legend, right?
yeah. I remember.
Valorant came out, and I only had time to do one.
Yeah, and
I've been too busy with Artifact, bro. So hopefully when we launch, I'll have more time to start getting on a video game and just dropping characters left and right. Yeah.
I mean,
I'll get back
Valorant
to that.
dropped and it took Twitch by storm because of
Oh, yeah.
the whole beta. The whole beta, it was kind of unfair for most people, but I literally you can search up like beta keys on eBay still.
Yeah. I have my beta key and I haven't installed it yet.
That's what I
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
too busy, man. He's too busy.
what I love about Valorant is it made everybody respect Counter-Strike.
yeah I remember 3 Clicks Phillips did a video on it that was like oh Project X is gonna kill Counter-Strike, and it was just like a game judging basically the whole community that was saying oh Valorant's gonna kill Counter-Strike, Valorant's gonna kill Overwatch, those games are not gonna be playable anymore and all that. But Valorant, I feel like even though it's pretty close to what Counter-Strike is and it takes aspects from Overwatch, it's still going to be on a different lane from those two games.
Yeah, you can't. Counter-Strike is still huge. Thing is, it's like you want the simplistic style of Counter-Strike. There are people that don't want abilities. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Counter-Strike, the game is already kind of it's simple but complex on its own because you have like nades and all that stuff, right? But adding abilities on top of it is cool, like with Valorant. But there's a huge group of people who still prefer the Counter-Strike playstyle, just the simplistic vibe of it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's gonna stay, man. Like I don't see it going anywhere. And I
CS
know a lot of pro players they train on Counter-Strike to play on Valorant.
Yeah, and like even though like people are saying, "Oh, CS:GO's dying" or whatever, it's still breaking records. Like it reached 1.2 million active players the other day.
Really?
Yeah,
Even with the Valorant beta being out?
yeah.
Oh man, that's
It
crazy.
broke Dota 2's record from the most played game on Steam like at once has always been PlayerUnknown's Battleground, since it hit like the one time it hit like the 4 million mark or whatever.
Yeah.
But Dota 2 had always been like in the top 3, and it had like at one point it was like 1 million, and it was from like for like one of the championships that they did, one of the cups. But recently CS:GO did 1.2 million. And that's on a game that people are saying that's been dying since Operation Hydra.
Everybody always says every game's dying. Go to any game, go to their forums, go to their Reddit, and you're gonna catch a person say, "Oh, this game's dying." Fortnite, so many people, it's dying. PUBG, so many people, it's dying.
And it
No,
has
you-
it has
Like,
500K
I'm
played.
Look, I'm gonna be 100. This is what happens with like Halo fans. They got Halo slander over and over, but it's still going because of Halo Reach, though. Like,
Yeah, every game still has a player base. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I don't play as much Counter Strike as I used to. Actually, I haven't played Counter Strike in 2 years because of the sneakers.
Yeah.
business, man. To the business.
Only game. Oh man, I became a casual, bro. It sucks. Like I was I have 5,000-6,000 hours on Dota 2 as well. But the only game I've played recently on PC, and it's only because like before the Corona thing, right? We would all go to like say my cousin's house. We'll all stop by. We just play Warcraft 3 games.
Oh yeah, since the remaster came out, right?
Oh, crap.
It's so fun.
Yeah, I remember when it came out. I think it was definitely Boogie298. He made a video ranting on how the Warcraft 3 remastered was horrible.
Oh, it's trash. Yeah, screw that. Warcraft 3 came out when I was it came out when I was 13 years old or 12. It was a long ass time ago, bro. Like the game is old. It came out in like 1999.
Yeah, and
Oh,
there was a time for me that since my computer couldn't, I didn't have like a gaming computer, I didn't have like any consoles, I just got into like retro games, and I'm pretty sure I was gonna buy at one point I was gonna buy a special edition that I found for like $20 of Oblivion,
oh man.
and
Oh,
I
man,
regret
that's
not
cool.
buying it. I regret not buying it.
I don't know if this is before your time or not, but before Skyrim and Oblivion and all that, you know what I was playing, dude?
What?
It was called Morrowind.
Yeah,
Shut up.
I have heard of that.
That was the
I have
first one.
heard of that.
Yeah, that's before Oblivion. It's how do you say Bethesda? That was that was before Skyrim and Oblivion. All in the same. It's the same story. It continue. I wonder if it continues on to Oblivion. I can't remember. It's in the Morrowind universe. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty, or Elder Scrolls. That's what it is. Elder Scrolls universe.
Man, those like Bethesda has always dropped bangers of games.
Oh yeah, of course, man. You guys are sick.
They're still the ones working on Fallout, right?
Yeah, that's in Bethesda.
Oh yeah, cool. Well, they had their time making solid games. Better said.
The only game I'm waiting. It's not Bethesda, but I'm waiting for CD Projekt Red's the Cyberpunk one.
Yeah,
I'm waiting.
Oh god.
yeah, that's
Dude.
yeah.
I'm telling you that game. Hell, I mean, we might be seeing more like
Every rumor that comes out of that game just gets me like more and more weirded out and excited.
you can fully customizing your genitals, guys, right? But for real though.
Debuted it wasn't the official debut of Cyberpunk, but it was the second time they showed the gameplay. They introduced Keanu Reeves.
Iconic
we got a city to
iconic
burn.
moment.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Like we hit him with the "We got a city to burn," and everyone was like, "Oh what?"
Man, I just hope that Cyberpunk doesn't end up like No Man's Sky did.
It's gonna end up like what?
I hope
No Man's Sky.
that it doesn't end up like No Man's Sky did at release.
Oh, like the horrible launch of No Man's Sky. But hey, it be like that. What matters is this game looks fucking insane with everything, and I think it's gonna have like something for everybody. Huh? Like there's an open world aspect. You're literally a fucking Terminator. All that stuff.
Yeah.
I really hope that it
Like-
lives up to its hype because I've been disappointed way too many times in the past when a game is super hyped up because Destiny when it originally came out, it's like everybody was like hyping it up like this FPS MMORPG. You're gonna have all this to do, and literally first week of the game, people finished it, found an exploit that you could literally just farm for like 2 hours and get max level, and then that was it.
At least I'm like, fuck. He never played Destiny.
I know all about it. I just never got into Destiny. I never had a chance to just buy it on PS4 and play it. For all my boys, oh, I'm on Destiny. Even when Destiny 2 came out, I'm on Destiny. Go get Destiny. I don't know. You know what it is? I used to have an RPG era where I was way into RPG.
Yeah.
It's like
Mhm.
when you have your job and you're working heavily, it's just like axing on my time. So I knew I had to invest into it. You know what I'm saying, like, I know if I get into Destiny, I'll be too addicted and I can't do anything else. I do have an addictive personality with video games. That's why it's a good thing I cut down on it. I'm telling you, go to my Steam profile and look at how many hours I put in Dota 2. I should tell you something.
Yeah.
Even with Counter-Strike, like last game I played that I enjoyed was like I only allocated my time towards this game because I've been waiting for a long time. But it was Half-Life Alyx. That was awesome.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I put some hours into that. I finished it.
I remember when Alex came out, I was in a call with some friends, and like none of us have VR headsets, so like we're waiting for that one modder to make the non-VR version.
Yeah, I saw that. Don't play it. Don't play it.
Nah,
Game was meant for VR, bro. Like game mechanics, everything was meant for VR.
Yeah.
It was very well done.
I think it was 2Clicks Phillips or whatever. He made a video on the non-VR mod for the game, and he literally said at the end, in conclusion, don't play this game without VR, cause
Yeah, dude, it's amazing. You can't play it now. If anybody they can't afford VR or a VR setup, just give it about a year. VR is getting cheaper
Yeah.
every year, right? You have the Oculus Quest, which is don't need a computer or anything. It's a plug and play VR where you just stick it on your head and you have controllers.
Yeah.
Bet you anything, the next generation of the Oculus Quest or whatever VR headset Valve comes out with, right?
Yeah.
Be very portable. It will have an optimized version of Half-Life Alyx that you could play on it. I give it a year. Like I suggest people don't ruin the storyline or anything.
It's already ruined for me because
Oh
I was like
man.
I was like I'm probably not gonna like all the money that I make like when I get a job it's probably just gonna go into like sneakers and stuff like that. I'm probably not gonna be able to buy a VR headset. And he's like,
he's never gonna get a VR headset. He's just gonna keep buying sneakers over and over and make a collection.
Here's the thing though, and this is what we believe in Artifact. We believe fashion is go very digital and very virtual. So
yeah.
it's an investment to get VR because it's gonna be like Ready Player One. Your clothes, your fashion is digital. It's virtual. It's a skin in something.
Yeah, like
Man, I
your
can't wait.
avatar gonna come out with some collabs right here. Some
I
Air
can't
Force
wait,
One X.
bro. I can't wait to hop on Destiny 3 and I equip my Minecraft Jordan 1s on my character in VR.
I mean,
God. We're gonna need one of those gun skins, but you need to put it on an exotic, man.
what?
Like we're gonna need one of those gun skins you put on Counter Strike, but put it on Destiny on it and name it an exotic.
Oh, okay,
Sniper.
I see. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool if I got hit up by those guys to skin some of their stuff. I like the
by
art style.
Bungie.
Man, and I see Bungie doing it more now since they parted ways with Activision last year. I see them
Yeah.
taking more creative freedom with the game.
That was cool because then there's a dude named Break, esports team named Sam, and he hit me up too to do a collab on a skin. I did a skin with him that's on in PUBG right now for the SLR.
Yeah, I think I saw when you posted about it.
Yeah, it was weird. PUBG's like loose now with that. It's pretty cool. Hopefully, I'll get my own crate one day with those guys.
PUBG's been in a weird state since they released PUBG Mobile because it's two different development teams, and for some reason PUBG Mobile is still getting better support than PUBG on PC.
No, right? PUBG's Bluehole, and then mobile one. What company is
Tencent.
it?
Tencent.
Yeah, Tencent. It's the Chinese company Tencent, right? That one.
Yeah.
Tencent. Yeah. Those guys are crazy. Big conglomerate.
Because
So
ever
insane.
since Player Unknown actually left the company, it's not been the same.
Even the guy that made H1Z1,
Yeah.
is he still with them with Bluehole, or is he still behind PUBG or no? I don't know about that.
The guy that made H1Z1?
I thought the same guy that made H1Z1 is with the PUBG guys, right? No. Am I wrong?
I'm not really
Daybreak.
sure.
I remember there was something like PUBG was created by one of the guys that made like H1Z1 or Daybreak, something like that. I can't remember which game it was.
Cause Player Unknown, it's just, I never really got like the full details of what like everything from that. But all that I know is that the guy that originally made PUBG, left the company because it was getting too much to him, and who can blame him when every time that you put out an update, you get worse reviews even though you try to fix the game.
Oh yeah, dude. That sucks. Yep.
Like that's one of the bad things about being on like game development, because like you think that you're doing what the audience wants, but at the end of the day, they could completely disagree with you.
Yep. Crazy, but it's like like I've been told by other artists and stuff, right? Like, great for yourself. You know what I mean? That's not necessarily true sometimes. I feel like you always have to listen to the audience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then especially when you go commercial or something, and it's hard because like I get that a lot too. There'll be some like sneaker designs I do that I love so much. I feel like it's my best work. It doesn't get the audience reaction I needed. And some of my least favorite designs
Get the most
Like they
attention.
pop off. They pop
yeah,
off.
okay. I tell everybody this with like other interviews and stuff. My least favorite skin I've ever designed is a point disarray.
Really?
It's my first skin. It was a practice skin. I did it quick. I did that thing in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's like that skin's still going for a lot in game and everything.
Yeah,
And it's still a very popular skin, but
my favorite skin though is the Primal Saber.
dude, there's a UMP version, there's an AK version, right?
But Primal Saber, no, only UMP version.
Yeah, I think that you put out for like one of the Valve contests to do the AK one, if I remember correctly.
Primal Saber? No, I never even put a Primal Saber on AK at all.
Oh,
I've done multiple versions of the point disarray though.
oh,
Yeah, I did like an op, 5.7, and
yeah,
Deagle. Yeah, I did a Deagle too, but I never thought about doing Primal Saber on another one because it won't work.
yeah.
Because the Primal Saber's tooth.
On the magazine
I don't
of
know,
the
maybe it can,
UMP.
but that's the thing. You remember how earlier in this podcast I was saying how I designed for the shape of the gun?
Yeah,
I designed it solely, only specifically for the UMP.
yeah. Cause yeah, the
But-
magazine has the tooth going on it.
Yup. Oh, but point disarray can work though because it's just a pattern, almost like a pattern, right? But I would never ever put Primal Saber on another gun. I only wanted to stick with the UMP, and it should stay like that. Forever. That's it.
Yeah, well,
Like oh wait, are we gonna wrap this up? Because I only got like one more question.
if you got one more question, we can do it.
Yeah, of course. Going back to like your music directing days, like video directing days. Like if you were to get one artist specifically that if you like right now you're not doing that. You're working on your company, grinding right now. You're going on. But if you were to come back to do video editing, like music video editing, which artist would it be? Like I know it's gonna be underground, I imagine, but like who would it be?
That's a hard question too, man.
Gotta hit you back with like the trap again. Hit you with trap again.
What do you think?
Yeah, all the time in the world, trust me. We're gonna edit this out.
Yeah. Can I say two of them? Because like music's very divided by
Genre.
generation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like yeah, I've already worked with an artist I like already. I probably will work with them again if I came back. So for like millennials, love guys, especially in hip hop and R&B. You ever heard of Anderson .Paak?
Oh yes, bro. Oh my god.
So I would do another video with him if I came back.
Okay. But yo, shout out the video he made though. Like, what was it?
So
What was the video that you made with Anderson .Paak?
did the season carry me? Had like DJ the Chicago Kid. Yeah, that's like one of his. It was when he barely got signed to Dr. Dre. I did that video with him. I directed that one with him like 3-4 years ago.
Ooh.
Hit the link. You better put the link on this, I swear.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I'm
I'll
gonna
do it
put
right
all
now.
the
And then
links in the description.
and the new artist, I probably have worked with Playboy Cardi. His music,
Oh,
Playboy
Mhm.
Cardi.
that's interesting.
Man,
Like
if
his
you-
videos are very strange, so
If you ever get in
Yeah.
contact with him, tell him to drop a whole lot of red. It's been way too long, bro.
we need it.
Actually, no, I take that back. I feel like our Lord needs help with videos because his stuff looks the same all the time.
That's facts, actually, because like when
Yeah,
you
it's
look
like
at
in London, in front of a bunch of buildings or in a warehouse, and that's all he does.
yeah,
Whoever's directing it, it was cool at first, right? But I feel like I can create because my music videos are very CGI heavy.
Yeah.
I like tons of effects, right? So I feel like I could do something crazy with the dude.
yeah, because it's like it's either abandoned building or in front of buildings.
Yeah, it's the same thing over and over and over again. I mean,
But I do like
or
how
and it's a hard question because there's a lot of art. I want to do something with ski masks too. I like ski masks.
man, and
His videos
supposedly,
go crazy.
man, and he's supposedly releasing new music.
Yeah, I like ski masks too. Man. Ski masks is Slump God sick.
Hit him up though, maybe it could work.
I told my partners this though. So real quick, I launched my first streetwear brand. I did a thing with artists where I traded a free music video as long as they wore my clothes. So, for example, I did Ty Dolla Sign's early music videos with YG. Like no one knows about that, but I
Yeah,
directed a
that's
video
awesome.
for them. They had to wear my clothing line on the video. I'll probably do that again if at the time. I'll hit up an artist that I like. I'll fund the whole music video. They just gotta wear my sneakers.
Man, I see Ski Mask doing something like that. Like I see
He
him in
just
like one of them goofy music videos, like for "Catch Me Outside."
He's gonna be
yeah,
around
yeah,
there.
yeah,
He's gonna be around there in New York, just vibing, and then like them crazy sneakers out there, and everyone's gonna be like, "Whoa, whoa, like, where did he get those?" And that's when it's a
yeah.
link.
Exactly.
It's big.
Yep.
And that's
Exactly.
hustle.
And I always hate those questions because I like so many artists, man. It's so hard. Like I don't have one favorite artist.
Yeah,
I just
nah.
get different vibes. You know what I mean? Like I always listen to so many different types of music when I'm working. It'll surprise people. Like if you go to my studio, I'm working. I could be listening to like 9 Inch Nails, and it'll throw people off. Trent Reznor, and like a bunch of random movie scores or video game scores. It just depends on the vibe I
Yeah.
need to fit the design, right? So this is gonna sound very odd, but you know what I was listening to when I was designing the cyber sneakers?
What?
I was listening to Grimes.
Oh, man. Like I have like that thing too. That like you can ask him, and it's like sometimes I be listening to like really hyped music when I'm like working, and other times I'm listening to like Suicide Boys or like
Oh
something
yeah,
like
yeah,
way more
This
calm.
man, this man doing a 5-page essay, and he's listening to Suicide Boys. I'm gonna be 100. I can't concentrate with music,
yeah.
So
I'm gonna go
that's like a superpower. It's like a
I never got
superpower.
into Suicide Boys. I try to listen to the music, and like I'm pretty sure a lot of people love the music. It's just not my vibe.
Man,
It's too like
Same
emotional.
here.
I'm a
Same
big
here.
Yeah,
fan of them. That's like the thing. Like everybody like around me is like, oh, I, and then I'm like, bro, like I'm literally ordering like their first studio album on vinyl through Amazon.
that's crazy.
And
Like
Yeah,
he's a
I
stand,
know.
man. He's a
Yeah,
real stand.
they're cool, but it's like I can't bump them in the car or like when I'm working. I don't know. I just it's not my type of music.
Yeah, you
You
don't
know.
go over to a car and be like, "Hey,
that's
put
not
that
that's not
Suicide
something
Boys."
that's not something that I try to bump in the car because I feel like everybody's just gonna start looking at me and throw me out the window.
Yeah, I
I,
don't
well,
know.
I will trust. Like I'll be like, "Yeah, look, you got the aux, man," and then next thing you know, you put Suicide Boys. I'm just gonna stare at you and say, "Look, get out."
Hey, bro, but this that new track, bro. This different.
Yo, look,
Nah.
all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stop in a gasoline station, and you'll find a way to go back, bro. There, stop. Look,
It's funny because like Suicide Boys of the new generation. It's funny how things repeat itself, how connected the world is. So, for example, Suicide Boys is like considered like emo trap. What's like it's like dark emo trap, right?
Yeah.
And
Dark screamo, rap.
like
It's not
screamo
really scream.
rap
It's
trap.
not really
What's
screamo, but
funny is in hip hop when I was younger, like especially my college days in 2008, the odd the odd artist to get into hip hop was Travis Barker from Blink 182.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
He started working with Lil Wayne, and then I find out that
Yeah.
he's one of the guys that's helping Suicide Boys out. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, that makes sense. Because I was always wondering what happened to Travis Barker. I was like, did the guy fall out? No, he's sitting there producing records and stuff with all the new kids, like Suicide Boys in LA and all that.
They released
Yeah.
a collab tape last year. It was called like Live Fast, Die Whenever. And I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. That was probably one of the worst things that I've heard in a while.
Really? Yeah.
Cause it's just like the whole drum thing. Cause like every single track in there was like screamo, but it was like over the top screamo. So like I could listen to Scarlord or whatever, and that to me is screamo. But the whole album just had like some goth, just had like this goth type element or something in it that I could just barely listen to it.
It's like
Oh,
listening to
yeah.
Motley Crue.
And
Yeah.
one of the only track, I think the only track which I actually do like from that album, it's because they sampled Alfantano's review of I Want to Die in New Orleans during different parts of the track.
Really? Oh, I have to listen. I haven't listened to it. Maybe you know what's funny? Maybe I would like that album. You never know. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's my vibe. Well, the thing is, I like screamo trap when it's hardcore, like Scarlord.
Yeah, I think you'll probably like that album. It's just that that's like way too much for me.
Yeah, I like super like head banging hardcore stuff, like super hard, like edgy hardcore stuff. I've always been like that. Like EDM, guess what I am in EDM? I'm one of those dubstep guys, like Excision. This the kind of music I listen to, it's got to make me want to like beat someone up, or go out and just cause.
Like
Uh,
if you're gonna do a mosh pit, you're just gonna start punching people while you listen to this.
Yeah,
hey,
yeah. Like
bro.
I need that kind of vibe. I'm listening to that kind of stuff. Like
Shout,
it's got a epic, hardcore. I don't know. It's got to sound massive. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like I can't really listen to Suicide Boys because it's like it's emo. It's kind of soft to me at times too, like emotionally soft.
yeah.
Yeah, unless I'm listening to the wrong stuff. If you point me to some Suicide Boys songs that you think I might like, I'll give it a try. You know what I mean?
I'll probably send you some on DMs because there's a couple tracks which are like because they have like a lot of like slow type stuff, but then they have like and I Want to Die in New Orleans. The whole album starts with like this super slow song, and then like 3 songs in, it's like this whole like screaming song called Wartime All the Time.
Okay, yeah. See, I gotta hear it first. Like I try to get into Puya too, and but I just can't get into it. But you know who I got into? That collab with Puya was like
Ghost
Fat
Man.
Nick.
Oh, Fat Nick.
I like Ghost Man though.
Yeah.
And that music video, the black and white one, bro, that's my shit. I like Ghost.
Hey,
Like,
bro.
he's yeah.
Shout out to my boy. Shout out to my boy.
Suicide Boys. It
Huh?
sounds more. Yeah, that song sounds more hardcore to me though.
Yeah.
The main song for what is it called? Oh man, what is it called again? The Ghost one, the Ghost Man one, the one that he's known for on Trash, the one that's a black and white video. You know what I'm talking about?
That's Mercury. Ghost Domain.
Yeah, yeah. I see. I like that.
Yeah, like that song. That song, like, that's the reason why I started listening to Ghost Domain and more of that like underground stuff. It's all because of that
Okay.
track. But shout out to my boy, DJ Hip Bash, cause he that man on a car trip back home, I was like, hey man, like I need you to do something like this, and I ran out of Spotify Premium, so out of nowhere, Wartime All the Time comes in the car, and that man's hyping the fuck up to it.
Yo, you should follow him though at Culprit Official. Like that dude. That's my dude, man. That's my dude.
Man, my boy,
Producer.
it's
Like
official
his
culprit.
Instagram.
He's a local DJ.
Official Culprit. Like he's a DJ. He makes like EDM. He's now starting his beats page
That
stuff
man,
like that. But yeah, he's Official Culprit.
that man's funding my whole rap career at this point.
Yo, bro. When me and Kat drop a joint, we're gonna find a way for you to direct our video.
That'll be sick. That'll be sick. Hopefully, I'll be a music video director again.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be anytime soon, but yeah,
Okay.
if Artifact takes off and it's way too big, oh man, like you know what? If it gets big, I might have time to do music videos again. Because that's the thing about me. Like I sometimes just like to go back to what I used to do and just create a bunch of stuff again. Like my mind bounces around a lot. I'll get bored and I'll be like, oh man, I miss making movies or I miss doing music videos. And I'll just go back to it. Like I used to produce hip hop beats too, like a long time ago. Like I had my phase where all I did was produce shit on like Fruity Loops all day. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, who knows? Like I could be doing that. Like after Artifact, I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna start producing.
I feel like
Again.
after it takes off, you can take more creative freedom into what you want to do because you have that, and you're like, this already took off. I'm gonna be good for a while with this.
Yeah, and then I'll just hop onto something. Experiment. What's cool is like whatever I hop into, I can always bring that into the sneakers.
Yeah.
Then so like the sneakers is a accumulation of all of my past experiences, gaming, skins, da 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 da. So it all benefits each other, regardless.
All right, well, let's end it off right here on a solid note. Thank you, Chris, for joining the podcast.
No problem, man. Thanks for having
We've
me.
been here for we've been here for like an hour and 30.
It's
maybe
been
2
it's been
hours.
an hour and 30,
Yeah, dude.
but
No, like one thing about me, I can talk all day about everything.
yeah, and the thing is, this is probably gonna be uploaded raw. This is
Like,
gonna be
look.
uploaded raw. I'm probably just gonna edit in like some pictures, maybe so like for
As a shout
context
out.
and everything. and the shout out 13 gonna be in the description as always. But hey, man, thank you for coming, man.
No worries, bro.
I really appreciate it, man. Really appreciate
Good
you
luck
guys.
with everything, man.
And I'll see y'all, the audience, on the next one.